Hi guys, Francesca here, Director of Yoga at True Fusion. Welcome to my living room. I'll be providing you with some home practices over the next 2 weeks so we can stay connected even when we're apart and we can continue to work on our yoga practice together. For class today, you'll need a block if you have one. Not super required, you'll be fine without it, but if you have any sort of bolsters or a pillow, even maybe a thick book at home, it can all double as what a block would do for you. So we'll work on crow pose today. That'll be our peak posture. Let's get started. I'll do a mix of speaking directly to you and doing the practice with you. So you get started in child's pose. I'll do a quick demo. Bring the big toes together, your knees out wide, send your hips towards your heels, and then extend your fingertips forward. Rest your forehead down towards your yoga mat. And hold here and breathe. As you sit here in your child's pose, take full breath cycles in and out. Feel the expansion of your ribs from top to bottom, front to back, and side to side. Allow this breath to bring you to this space. There could be hundreds of things going on around you, but you're taking this moment to yourself. Begin to set an intention for your practice. The intention I was planning on using this week was the idea of peace. And I know we throw that word around a lot, so I don't really want to give you a definition or necessarily a really specific intention behind it, but I want you in your child's pose to focus in on what that sounds like to you, what it feels like. How do you need or want peace embodied in you, in your life, right now? Every breath in, take in that image, that feeling, that sensation, that smell, that noise of peace. And then your exhale, send out everything that you won't need for the next piece of your practice. 2 more just like that. Breathe in. And out. Once more, breathe in. And out. On your next inhale, press into your palms. Come onto your hands and knees, tabletop. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrists, hips on top of your knees, and spread your fingers wide. Inhale, cow pose. Pull your heart forward and gaze forward. Exhale, cat. Press through your palms, tuck your chin to your chest. Continue to move here at your own pace with your own breath rhythm. And feel free to add any extraneous movements that you'd like. You can barrel roll your belly. You can stretch out your wrists. You can adjust your feet, your ankles, any which way that allows you to find some stretch or activation. And just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to your hands and knees. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrists. Tuck your toes. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Spread your fingers wide. Bend your knees and wiggle your hips here. And remember, your down dog is not a requirement to have legs straight here. And actually, if you've got pretty tight hamstrings or pretty strong hamstrings, bend your knees a lot to help keep your spine long. You can always check the length of your down dog by shifting forward into a high plank. When you shift into your high plank, your shoulders should land more or less on top of your wrists, heels on top of your toes. If you need to make the adjustments, and then without moving anything but your hips, send your hips back, up, and back towards the back of the space. And that's your down dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Bring your feet about hip width distance or wider. Hug your hands into your elbow creases and hang your head heavy for ragdoll. Shake your head, yes or no. Sway side to side. Relax your hands towards the earth and slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. Crown of your head is the last to reach the top. Step your feet together, Tadasana, arms by your sides. Place your hands at your heart center, gaze down at your fingertips or close your eyes and start to set your intention once again. Take another moment to ask yourself what peace looks like for you or what you need it to look like for you in this moment. And during this entire practice, can you keep that in your heart? Know that during this practice, if my cues are ever too fast or too slow for you, feel free to go at your own pace. If you ever want to pause this video and do a few more flows or a few less flows or make any sort of additions or change anything around, you can do that. Breathe in. Audible exhale, send it out. One more time, breathe in. Sealed lip, exhale. Relax your arms down by your sides. Inhale, Ardha Hastasana, extended mountain pose. Sweep your arms to the sky. Wrap your pinky bones in and pull your armpits down. Press through your heels. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hinge at your hips and fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Hover your fingertips. Face your palms towards one another. Take more weight into your toes and plug your shoulder blades together. Breathe in. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms and step your feet back. Shift your weight forward and lower all the way down onto your belly. Once you're there, zip your legs together. Keep your hands beneath your shoulders and grasshopper your elbow bones behind you. Press through your toes so much so that your shins, knees, and quads start to lift. Inhale, cobra pose. Peel your chest off the earth. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your chest off the earth. Now lift your hands off the earth, using just the muscles along your back body to lift yourself a little higher. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Third round, cobra locust. Lift your chest, hands, and your legs off the earth. It's okay if your feet come apart here. Press down through your pelvis, lift up through your back body. Breathe in, lift higher. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Tone up through your legs. Lift your pelvis first as you press into your palms. High plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, hop or step to the top of your yoga mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold and hinge at your hips. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. You can lower to your belly or step your feet back, shift forward and bend your elbows towards 90 degrees for your chaturanga. Flip to the tops of your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog, gaze forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, hop or step to the top of your mat, feet touch. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your hands, hop or step back. You can go through your cobra or shift into your upward facing dog. Our meeting place is downward facing dog. You can do this 2 more times on your own if you'd like by pausing the video, or just keep moving along with me. Bring your thumbs to touch at the top of your mat. Take your feet out wide. Inhale, bend your knee to find buoyancy. Exhale, hop or step into Malasana Yogi Squat. Bring your heels in and your toes out wide. Place your hands at your heart as you send your hips low, elbows to your inner thighs. Pull your shoulder blades together. If you do have a block or a block-like object and you'd like to sit on your block, because we'll be here for a little bit, feel free to do so. Point your knees and your toes the same direction. Lift your heart up as you pull your shoulder blades together. And breathe. Bring heaviness into your hips. If the pinky edges of your feet aren't touching the ground, widen your feet until they do. Continue to find traction, legs to elbows, elbows back to legs. One more breath in. Breath out. If you have a block, slowly remove it. Everybody fold forward, bring your feet back to touch. Inhale, lift halfway, hover your fingertips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit down and send your arms up. Work your thumb bones back, wrap your arm bones in and sit back like you're sitting into an imaginary chair. If you look down at your toes, they should be visible. If not, sit your hips further back and down. Pull your rib cage in, send your hips back, thumb bones back, straighten your arms, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your hands, hop or step back. Shift forward and lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. 2 more times, inhale, send it high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. 1 more time, inhale, send it high. Exhale, knee to nose, hold it here, breathe in. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Back heel lifted, stack your right knee on top of your right ankle. Inhale, crescent lunge. Stack your shoulders on top of your hips. Reach your arms up, thumb bones back. If you have tension in your low back, guys, you can bend your left knee a little bit. Otherwise, keep your left leg long and straight, tone your left glute, and pull your right hip crease back. Reach your arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior 2, slide your left heel down and take your arms into a T. Align your front heel, your right heel with your left arch or with your left heel. Stack your shoulders on top of your hips and extend your fingertips forward. Gaze over your front hand. Brace your belly. Pull your armpits down. Inhale, reverse warrior, sweep your right arm up. Press your left inner thigh towards your right knee as you sweep up and only slightly back here. Allow your left arm to rest lightly on the back of your leg. Pull your armpit down, gaze up, brace your belly. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Take your right arm to the inside of your right leg. Send your left arm up and over. Use your right arm either on the inside of your right thigh or on your right thigh to spin your bottom rib cage, your right rib cage underneath you as you sweep your left arm up and over. If it feels good to add some arm circles here, you can. Eventually making your way to stillness. Inhale, reverse warrior just for a breath. Exhale, chaturanga, windmill your hands down to the ground. I'm gonna skip it, but you keep going. Meeting place is downward facing dog. Inhale, send your left leg high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Inhale, send your leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. 1 more time. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Pause, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot between your hands. Stack your left knee on top of your left ankle. Right heel to your right toes. Tone your inner thighs. Crescent lunge. Stack your shoulders on top of your hips. Spike your right heel high. Pull your left hip crease back and your right hip forward. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Work your thumb bones back and wrap your pinky bones in. Again, if you feel discomfort in your low back and you need to bend your knee a little bit, your right knee, feel free. Otherwise, keep it long and straight. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Again, take heel to arch alignment or heel to heel alignment. Work to parallel your left thigh to the earth, but not required. Stack your shoulders on top of your hips. Pull your shoulder blades together and your armpits down. Inhale, reverse warrior, sweep your left arm up. Land your right arm lightly down the back of your leg. Continue to press down and forward through your pelvis as you reach your torso up and back. Breathe in, brace through your belly. Exhale, extended side angle. Take your left arm to the inside of your left leg. Sweep your right arm up and over. Again, if it feels good here, to find those arm circles, you can, but settle into your posture first. Wrap your left rib cage underneath your right. Pull your top shoulder head back. Extend your heart towards the side of your space as you breathe and lengthen through your side bodies. If you've added movement, come back to stillness. Inhale, reverse warrior, just for a breath. Exhale, chaturanga, windmill your hands down. Again, I'm going to skip it. You always can replace it with a high plank. Meeting places, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And out. Let's do that breath to movement. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, hop or step to the top of your mat, feet touch. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit down, send your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your hands, hop or step back. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold on your breath in. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga. Windmill your hands down. You can cobra, up dog, or hold a high plank. Meeting places, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your left hip high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Hold here, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga. Find your variation. Pause, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. We'll do that one more time together. From down dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, hop or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Hips down, arms up. Pull your rib cage in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your hands, hop or step back. You can move through cobra or up dog. Meeting places, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and pause. Breathe in, suck your belly in. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Tuck your shoulders on top of your hips. Send your thumbs back. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Breathe through the ripples of your rib cage. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Windmill your hands to the ground. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Pause here, breathe in, lift. Exhale, low lunge, step your foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge, sweep up, squeeze your inner thighs. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended, wrap your bottom rib cage under. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga, windmill your hands to the mat. Meeting places, downward facing dog. Again, you can pause here and do that flow a few more times if you'd like, or you can move right along with me into some core work. Bring your feet together, Baddha Konasana, knees out wide. Take your hands behind your head. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lift your shoulder blades off the earth. Hold here, breathe in. Exhale, lift a little bit higher. Hold here, breathe in. Exhale, lift to your highest point, and from here, pulse it up. Pulse it up. Exhale, exhale. Press the soles of your feet together. Brace your belly in towards your spine. Remove as much space as you can between your ribs and your hips by squeezing those two pieces of your body together. Keep going here. I'm going to stop cueing so I can keep up with my breath. You're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. On your last one, guys, lift and hold. Lift your knees up, take your elbows to your knees. If it makes sense in your body that you'd like to have your feet apart, that's a little more comfortable, feel free. Keep your feet active though. Press elbows to knees, knees to elbows, and really right on top of the soft part of your kneecap. Curl your tailbone under as you draw your shoulder blades off the mat. Crow pose on your back. Hold it here. Lift your tailbone, lift your shoulder blades. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Whew. Kick your legs up to the sky, flare through your toes. Hands behind your head, breathe in. Exhale, straight leg bicycle, take your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. You also can extend your right arm long. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, switch sides. Keep going here. Now, if you have some tension in your low back, you feel some discomfort, you're welcome to bend your knees and continue to repeat this exercise. As you lift and twist, really lift up and over, elbow or hand to the outside of the opposite leg to really get your shoulder up and twist your torso over. Keep going here. I'll join back in. Keep your feet active no matter your variation. Tone through your leg line. You're here for 4, 3, 2, even out on each side for your final 1. Hug your knees back to your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. And rock forward and back, forward and back. Land in a boat pose. For your boat pose, heels on the mat. Hands can be behind your legs. Tilt your torso back, lift your chest. You can lift one leg, the other. You're welcome to extend your legs long. I'm going to keep my hands on the earth today, but put your hands on the ground if you'd like to join along with that variation, and elevate your legs. Pull your shoulder blades together. Hold it here, just for 3, 2, and 1. Cross your ankles, plant your palms, downward facing dog. Breathe in, and out. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, hop or step to the top of your mat, feet touch. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, send your hips down, sweep your arms up. Exhale, prayer twist, take your hands to your heart center, lean your torso forward, and then press your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. If this doesn't feel very comfortable in your low back, you're welcome to place your forearm across your thigh and your right hand to your low back. Lift your chest away from your thighs, pull your right shoulder head back. Now from here, coming into a little of a balance challenge, place weight into your right foot, send your left heel to your left butt cheek, and then step your left leg back for revolved crescent lunge. Now if you sort of weeble wobble, come out, that's okay. Just reset your feet and come back into a twist. You're welcome to lower your back knee down to focus more on your twist and less on the balance. If you decide to do that, walk your left knee back a little bit for me so you get a nice big stretch in your left hip crease. If you lowered your back knee down, lift it up. Everyone breathe in. Exhale, dragon lunge. Place your hands to the inside of your right foot. Keep your left leg lifted. Squeeze your right leg to your right arm back into your right leg. Hold it here. Tone through your glutes for 4. Shoulder heads back, heart forward. 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Any variations are welcome here. If you do have that block or bolster nearby and you'd like to put your forearms on your block or bolster, if you want to put a block underneath your left knee, double up your mat, maybe use a towel there, that's available. But stack your right knee on top of your right ankle. Tone your left butt cheek to extend through the front of your left hip. If you have any variations you'd like to add here, you're welcome to do so. A twisted dragon, maybe a King Arthur stretch. If you took a variation, make your way back to your dragon lunge. Tuck your left toes. Lean yourself back, a little tricky transition. See if you can spring forward right into your Malasana Yogi Squat. If you used a block of the first time, see if this time you can do it without the block. Really feel for the extension across your hips. Chest up, soften your jaw, breathe in. Fold forward on your breath out. Malasana is hard, y'all. All right, feet together. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Send your hips down, sweep your arms up. Sit your hips back and down. Take your hands to your heart, lean your torso forward. Prayer twist. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh this time. And again, if this does not feel good, take a forearm across thigh, right forearm across your thigh, left hand to your low back. Pull your right hip crease back, left hip forward. Snug your left shoulder head back. As you pull your left shoulder head open, spin yourself more towards the side of your space. Send your hips down as you lift your chest up. Now balance onto just your left foot. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Pull your right heel to your butt cheek. Big breath in. Exhale, revolve crescent lunge. Again, if you wobble, fall down, no worries. Reorient and come back into your twist. You're welcome to also do this on your back knee. If you do, take your right knee back a little bit and still work into your twist. No matter your variation, tone your right butt cheek to level out your hips from left to right and allow your right hip crease to expand a little bit more. If you lower down to your back knee, lift it up, breathe in. Exhale, dragon lunge. Plant your hands to the inside of your left foot and toe heel your left foot out. Keep your right knee off the ground to start. Squeeze your leg into your arm, arm back into your leg. Pull your heart forward, shoulder heads back. Tone your glutes. And lower your knee down. Again, use your block if you have one, towel, a bolster, pillow, whatever, underneath your knee, underneath your hands. And you're welcome to find twisted dragon, King Arthur stretch, quad stretch, whatever variations you prefer. Active recovery, slow your breath. Pull your shoulder heads back, heart forward. If you're in a variation, slowly come back to your dragon lunge, back to center. Lift your back knee. Find some buoyancy, lean back, breathe in. Exhale, spring forward, Malasana Yogi Squat. Again, see if you can do this without your block this time. Keep your toes on the earth, pinky edges especially. Press legs into arms, arms back into legs. Lift your chest, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your hands, hop or step back, where you always can meet in a downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, hop or step to the top of your mat, feet touch. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit down and sweep your arms up. Exhale, eagle. Wrap your right arm underneath your left, take back of hand to back of hand or palm to palm. Lift your right leg up and over. You can take a full bind, a half bind, or a kickstand with your right toes on the earth. Stack your shoulders on top of your hips. Sit low in your legs. Elevate your chest, rather your elbows away from your chest, palms away from your face. Breathe in. Exhale, eagle crunch. Pull your elbows towards your thighs or towards your belly. Inhale, come up. Exhale, round and squeeze. Keep going here for 3. For 2. Final 1. Unravel, meet in one-legged Urdhva Hastasana. Parallel your right thigh, flex your right foot. Extend your arms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, airplane pose, tilt your torso forward, right leg back, sweep your right arms up and back, your right and your left arm up and back. Wrap your right hip down. Slightly gaze ahead. Crescent lunge, land your right foot as you sweep your arms up. Exhale, warrior two, open yourself up. Straighten your front leg, bump your hips back, triangle pose, take your left arm to the inside of your left leg, reach your right arm to the sky. Similar to your side angle, wrap your left rib cage underneath your right and extend your chest towards the side of the space. Reach your right fingertips higher to the sky. You can even gaze up. Press toe to heel in your front foot, heel to toe in your back. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Meeting place is downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, hopper step to the top of your mat, feet touch. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, send your hips down, sweep your arms up. Eagle pose, wrap your left arm underneath your right, back of hand to back of hand or palm to palm, sit back and down. Elevate your left leg up and around. You can have a full cross with your toes behind your calf, a half cross with your toes hovering, or your left toes on the ground as a little kickstand. Elevate your elbows away from your chest, palms away from your face. Breathe across the back of your heart, breathe in. Exhale, eagle crunch. Draw your elbows towards your belly or towards your thighs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw down. Keep going here for 3. For 2. And 1. Finish it out. Then slowly come up, unravel. One-legged Urdhva Hastasana. Parallel your left thigh, flex your left foot and reach your arms to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, Dakasana, airplane pose. Tilt your torso forward, sweep your arms up and back, wrap your left hip down. Tone through your left butt cheek as you elevate your hands. Gaze slightly ahead, slight up dog in your chest. Then land in your crescent lunge. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Bump your hips back. Tilt your torso forward and down, back of your hand to the inside of your right leg. Reach your left arm to the sky. Wrap your right rib cage underneath you. You can send your left gaze up. Press toe to heel in your front foot, heel to toe in your back. Tone through your thighs. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, chaturanga. Meeting place is downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, hopper step to the top of your mat and have a seat. Hope you guys are feeling good at home. We'll work on our crow pose. So if you know crow pose, go ahead, but also it's really nice to sort of sit and break it down again so you can really feel for what we did in class and how that helps you with your crow pose. And if you are really great and strong at your crow pose, see if you can stay in crow for a longer period of time, not crow to a variation, but really just the true form of crow pose and work on that. So you can't do it from a malasana. I prefer to do it from a squat, heels in, toes out. Plant your hands and bend your elbows like chaturanga, arms behind you. Grip down through your fingertips. Send your hips high to the sky and take your knees onto your triceps as close to your armpits as possible. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Slightly gaze ahead. Lift one foot, the other, maybe both. When you find flight, touch your toes together. Continue to pull your shoulder heads back and gaze slightly ahead so you stay lifted as opposed to rolling. And from here, you can work to straighten your arms a little bit more. I can't quite do that because of my wrist, but you can try it out. And know that even if you only lift your foot for a millisecond, it still counts as a crow. And for those of you at home who are like, I'm not gonna do it, I can't, just give yourself a chance to try it out. You never know when you really dedicate to it. You did a whole practice surrounding to it. You have a few more moments to play here. And when you're ready, you can pause if you want to keep practicing, Or when you're ready, come to a child's pose. Big toes together, knees out wide. Forehead towards the earth. Come back to your breath. On your next inhale, come to your hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist, right toes towards your left wrist. If you know that you tend to sit on a hip, you can take your block and put it underneath you to have a little bit of support. You can stay upright here, or you can start to lower down. If you have another variation that you like, maybe a seated figure four, a supine figure four, or thread the needle, or even a double pigeon sitting, you're welcome to do that as well. Come back to your breath and come back to your intention. Start to come back to that space where you remind yourself what it looks like, what it sounds like, smells like, feels like to embody peace. Feel free to stay here as long as you need. Otherwise, switch sides. Take a wiggle at the top. Then send your left leg high. Breathe in. Exhale, half pigeon. Again, use a block underneath your left hip if that helps you stay centered. And of course, if you have another variation that you prefer, you can do that. Lower down as it feels good. See, with every exhale, you can find a point of tension and relax it a little bit more. Stay steady with your breath. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like, or make your way back to downward facing dog. Take any wiggles or movements that you need. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, hop or step all the way through to a seat. Extend your legs forward. Lift everything out from underneath you, so you're just on your sitting bones. Inhale, send your arms high. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. You can grab hold of your big toes, the pinky edges of your feet. You can bend your knees a lot or a little to be able to hold onto your feet. You can also use a towel or a strap to make your arms longer. Finally, if you're nice and flexy and you want to put a block in front of your feet to make your legs a little longer for a little more intensity, you're welcome to do so. Inhale to pull your shoulder heads back, extend your heart forward. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. Again, these final finishing postures, you may want to stay longer. So reminder to pause the class if you'd like to stay longer. Otherwise, we'll keep moving along. Slowly roll yourself up. Slide your way all the way onto your back. Bring the soles of your feet down to the earth. Stack your knees on top of your ankles. You might even be able to slightly graze your heels with your fingertips, but not required. If you have a block and you want this to be more of a supported bridge, you're welcome. Otherwise, be more active here. Stamp down through your feet, palms down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Slightly tuck your chin to your chest as you press your palms down. Pull your ribs in slightly. Tone your inner thighs. Stay right here. Or you can walk your shoulder heads underneath you, shoulder blades underneath you, and interlace your fingers for a bigger lift. Press down and forward into your heels as you drive your chest up. Slightly tuck your chin to lengthen your cervical spine. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Second round, palms down, lift your hips, inhale. Find the variation that you like or go a little further if you didn't the first time. With your feet in bridge pose, you can lift your right foot up. Take it down. Lift your left foot up. Take it down. Inhale, lift your hips higher as you press through your heels. And exhale, take it down. All the way to the earth. Entire spine on the earth. Third round, you can do your bridge pose again. If you're ready to go into your wheel, you can. I cannot do wheel in my body because my wrists are really sensitive, but the setup is very similar, except now your hands go by your ears, so your fingertips face your shoulders and your toes and fingers are essentially pointing the same direction. From there, hug your inner arm bones together. Press through your feet down and slightly forward and start to lift your back body off the earth. You might pause and touch your head to the ground. Reactivate your arms, press through your feet, and then squeeze your inner thighs to lift yourself all the way up for your wheel. My friends, in bridge, you stay in your bridge. Everybody hold here for 3, lift higher for 2, and 1, lower all the way down. Knock your knees together, feet out wide. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. You can rock side to side. Eventually allowing your legs to fall all the way over to the left. No need to adjust your feet. Little easy twist. You can complete your twist by gazing over to the right. And then slowly switch sides, start to rock, rock, rock until your knees fall all the way over to the right. Again, complete your twist by gazing over to the left. Slowly come back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Even bring your nose between your knees. Happy baby. Grab the inside or the outside of your feet. Stack your ankles on top of your knees. You can rock side to side. Straighten one leg or both. Plug your shoulder blades down or allow your hips to lift slightly. And eventually hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a squeeze and land in your final Shavasana. Legs extend out long. Walk your shoulder blades underneath you. Flip your palms up and rest. Remove the control of your breath and simply just be. And without as much effort, or without any effort at all, with every breath in, inhale, that feeling, that sensation, the sounds of peace. On your exhale, send out anything and everything that isn't that. And know that in times of concern, look up at the stars. Look up at the moon and the sun. And see how powerfully they shine. And know that you have that in you. You're an entire universe right in your own soul and in your own body. And you have just as much star power as the moon and the sun and the stars. So when you feel small, when you feel unable to make an impact, know that even the littlest things do. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. I'll see you guys soon. Namaste.